Welcome all. Today I am going to tell you about the mutable and immutable object in Java. So first of all, you will see what is immutable object. So in immutable object, actually when the object is once created, we cannot modify it. So what do you mean by modify it? Means what happens that when you create any object, so you know that object contains some properties. We know it properties or we know it fields. So suppose at the time of creating the object, you set some value for the properties of a object. So what happens after creating the object, if you will try to modify, means in the next statement, if you will try to modify the field value by any operation means you want to concatenate something, you want to do some any other type of operation, what will happen? The operation will be not modify the object, actually it will create a new object in the memory. Okay, so the old object will be still same. Now the second thing is known as mutable object. So what is mutable object? Just opposite of immutable. If you have created any object in the Java, and after creating the object, while creating the object, if you have assigned some values to the object or its property, after creating the object, in the next statement, if you are going to perform some operation on that same, like you are going to perform like example concatenation on the object, so in that case what happened, the operation of concatenation will be applied on the same object. So it means the value, the object will be modified, and these type of objects are known as mutable. So example of string buffer and string buffer. So now I will give you a practical example to show it. Okay, so let's open this class, and same time let me open the memory. So it is a diagram for the memory. I'm not going to going into the detail of the memory. So I'm just starting the you can say program. So first of all, I'm going to write a line here, string str equal to load. So when I'm going to write this line of code, what will happen in the memory? It will create a memory. It will create a object memory in the it will create a memory for a object in the memory, and then it is going to point str1 to that location. Now when in the second line I'm going to write a code str1.concate. So what will happen when the control will come to this line? What will happen? Instead of performing the operation on the same object, you will see it will create a new object in the memory, and the final operation load concatenated Siva will be stored there. So if I will go and print this str1, you will see in the console what will be printed. It will print load. So it proves that string is immutable, because still the old object is still same. Okay, now let me take the example of another class, that is string buffer. So in string buffer we can also create a string, but what will happen in this case? When I write this line of code, it will create an object. It will create an object in the memory, and str will point to that. Okay, so now what will happen if I'm going to write another line of code, str.append Shiva? So actually this append function is going to do same thing as concatenate function is doing in the string class. It is going to concatenate. They have just given a different name in the string buffer class. So when the control will come to this line, what will happen? Just see in the memory, actually it is going to perform the operation of concatenation in the same object. So now in this case, if I'm going to print the str2 in the console, you can say it will print Lord Shiva. So what concludes here, that string buffer class is mutable, because whenever in the string class buffer class we are performing operation, it is going to be in the same object, in the same location. But in the string class, every time you are going to perform any operation, it will create a new object. Okay, and same thing is applied for the string builder class. String builder class is also a mutable class. I hope you like the video. If you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you.